Alaro City is undoubtedly different. And aside the fact that it is not an estate like many people think, it is a planned city. One of the things that makes Alaro City stand out is the fact that it has world-class infrastructure, ranging from reliable power, wide roads, and of course, proper drainage systems. Now, these are the things that make investors have peace of mind. It protects property value and of course makes Alaro City stand out as the future of modern living. In today's video, I'm here to showcase the major infrastructure that really makes Alaro City stand out. So here in Alaro, the major infrastructure we have here are the road, the drainage system, we have the power plant, the water treatment plant, and of course the ICT. So in terms of the road, because we have very wide roads here. An example is this main boulevard, okay? So we have, this is the main boulevard to give you an example of what the road system looks like here. This particular road now is the major road that leads you to the commercial and of course the residential section. And this road currently is 2.5 kilometers long, but it is designed to be 5 kilometers long on the 1,000 hectares of land. Remember, Alaro City is conceived on 2,000 hectares of land, but Alaro is currently developing 1,000 hectares. And on this 1,000 hectares, this road is going to stretch up to 5 kilometers long on the 1,000 hectares of land. So briefly, this is what the road system looks like. Now, in order to achieve the main goal of having a flood-free zone in Lagos, Alaro City has combined 3 different drainage systems. The first one is the rain garden drainage system. The second one is the storm drainage system. And the third one is the greenway drainage. So today I'm going to start with what I have right here, which is the storm. Okay. So, and then I'll take you to the rain garden and then of course to the greenway, because I need you to understand how the rain and water is collected and moved over to the lagoon, right? So what we have here is the storm drainage. So what happens here, you can see the greenery around here. First of all, one of the benefits of this is to provide aesthetics. You can see how beautiful it is. It is an open drainage, and beneath it is open perforated pipes that suck the water down into the drainage. So the drainage is covered, yet there is greenery on it. Okay, so this greenery is just mostly grass, which can be scraped off, but you don't get to see the drainage. Instead, when it rains heavily, you will see water flow from these rocks you see here. The water from different pipes here, like this one, you see them flow here and they go down because there is a pipe, perforated pipe under here that takes the water to the drainage. So this is called the storm drainage. No matter how heavy the storm is, it falls in here, okay? It takes a while, it goes into the perforated pipe to the drainage. So the beauty of this one is that it is done on a wide road. You can see this road here is very wide. Unlike the rain garden, which I'm about to show you, is best in a smaller or more narrow road or a dual carriage. Here we can see how wide the road is. By the way, this is the main commercial boulevard of Alaro City. Main commercial boulevard means we're in the commercial section of Alaro City, where you can build your hotels, your high-rise, your malls, schools, everything commercial on this road. Okay, so stay with me while I show you what the rain garden system looks like. So this is the second drainage system, which is the rain garden drainage system. We've spoken about the storm drainage system. Okay, so this, as the name implies, rain and garden. So there is perforated pipe under this garden. So when the rain falls on this garden, the garden soaks up as much as it can take. The remaining water goes down into the drainage system. The drainage is actually below this surface. The only difference is that you don't get to see it. and it's not your usual closed drainage with bricks. So here, it's like using one stone to kill two birds. Okay, it allows for garden. You can see all these flowers. Flowers are and grasses are planted on this drainage while the drainage is under. Right, so now I'm going to the third drainage system that Alaro uses, which is greenways. So you will see where the storm drainage and the rain garden drainage all meet each other. Okay, so let's go there. So this is the third drainage system. It's called the greenway. Okay, so the greenway is a water canal, okay, that serves as a central water collection system. So what you see here, okay, is where both the rain garden drainage and the storm drainage meet. All the water that come from the other two drainage systems, this is where they come. And from here, the water here is channeled into the lagoon. So that is how the water flows in Alaro. And that's why you come here, you will never see any sign of flood. So their drainage system do not just serve to prevent flood, they also serve to give a proper ecosystem environment. So the whole greenery you see here, most of them are made possible through the drainage systems. Like I explained in the rain garden, the water falls to the soil, and because the soil is there, trees, flowers, grasses are planted on the top surface, while beneath it are perforated pipes that serve as drainage. So the water still goes down. Meanwhile, that is after the flowers and the grasses have taken enough water to survive. The remaining water goes down through drainage. So both the difference between the storm drainage and the rain garden drainage, that the rain garden is done on a smaller road, like you see, show them behind. You can see this is a dual carriage. Okay, this is double lane. So this is where we have the rain garden. Okay, it is not big enough for a storm drainage. But on the main commercial boulevard is where we have the storm drainage, because it has 6 lanes. So it has enough space for you to do the storm garden, because storm garden is wider and it's open. You see the water flow and you also see the grasses. Both of them have perforated pipes under, which is the drainage, but they all empty into this greenway. Now, why is it called greenway? It's called greenway because next to it will be planted trees. You can see trees have been planted here already. They're still coming up, right? Trees are planted next to it, so it provides for greenery in any environment. That's why it's called greenway. So, but for every of this canal, so this is a typical canal, it's just beautified and channeled. Of course, it's channeled to the lagoon. Most Lagos canals are channeled to the lagoon, but this one is not just left open, it's expanded, beautified, provides an ecosystem environment. So what you see here, there are going to be a lot of trees planted here. You also have mini park benches where people can sit. So all this on this side is for people in the industrial. So industrial section is not all iron to iron. People still get to breathe. And even from the Alaro City map, close to where you have the canals, there's also going to be some structures where people can learn skills, like academy, where people can learn skills, because it's industrial section. So that's why it's called Greenway. But another thing about Greenway, come closer. Another thing about the Greenway is, because it's a canal, it goes across the road to the other side. You can see the other side of the canal that way. So this canal, anywhere you see a canal, there is a greenery next to it. Then there is a road in between that demarcates it to another canal, and this canal goes all the way to commercial and residential. So the canals in Alaro City are 5 in number. There are going to be 5 on this major road, and each of them cuts across industrial, residential, of course, commercial. Okay, so that's it about the drainage system. So now you understand why all this flows well. Again, it's called greenway because of the greenery. You can see how beautiful it is. The design is expanded and beautified, and of course trees with park benches. Okay, so let's move over to the power plant, which to many investors is the most important infrastructure. Let's go. Here is the water treatment plant. So the water treatment here meets both the WHO and the SON standards. So this is clean water. And also one of the light industries that is here that manufactures therapeutic chocolates works with UNICEF, and UNICEF will not partner with you if your water is not certified. So this is the water treatment plant. And behind me here is the power plant. Okay, so Alaro City does not connect to whether it's NEPA, EKDC, IKEJA-DC, all that does not apply here. Alaro City has its own independent power plant. So is currently is a turbine gas generator, okay? But it's currently running on compressed natural gas. But Alaro just secured the license to connect direct to the gas pipeline. So eventually in this city, power is going to be very affordable. Currently, the power here is being sold at 0.21 cents per kilowatt. And the turbine gas generator here has the capacity to generate 10 million watts, but it's scalable to 120 million watts. What you see right there are the compressed natural gas cylinders. That's what you see there in white. So that is what is currently being run here. You can see what is written there, Alaro Connect Power. So they have their own independent power plant, right? So we've spoken about the roads, the drainage system, the independent power plant, the water treatment plant, and of course the ones I didn't mention, the ICT. ICT runs on dark fiber, and also the security. Alaro City has well-trained licensed security. They are all well-trained. Okay, even as I make this video, I have like one or two of them around me, making sure that I follow the rules, abide by the security measures in here. So everything here is very serious. Okay, so that is the things we have, the major infrastructure we have here that is making this place stand out. Even the people who have moved in here, they know that in the nearest future, you'll be glad you invested here if you actually did. So dear investors, infrastructure is one of the things that makes any development stand out. And like you've heard me explain here, I've gotten a lot of questions on some of these things that I have mentioned here. So I made this video just to clear some things and to give people more insight of what happens in Alaro and why Alaro City stand out. And if you have not seen any of my videos on Alaro, please try to watch till the end, because there's a playlist of everything, overview, residential, commercial, industrial, all in the playlist, because you need to acquaint yourself of what this place is made up of. This is not just about you investing or spending your money. It's about you understanding why you should invest here in the first place. There are more questions coming, and I'm going to also have a video explaining why Alaro City is transacted in USD. So before I get to that video, Alaro City is in the Lekki Free Zone. It is strategically located directly opposite the proposed airport, the Lekki proposed airport. And behind it is the Dangote refinery and of course the Lekki seaport. It comprises of industrial, commercial and residential sections. The industrial section, which is light industry, okay, no hydrocarbon emitted here, has been existing since 2019. And currently, the residential section is picking up so far. People have moved in. We have close to 50 residents currently living in there. The leisure park is going to be delivered by December 2025, and that will attract more residents to move in. We have almost concluded with the phase one of the two-bedroom apartment housing section, and we're about to start the second wing, the phase two of the two-bedroom and three-bedroom housing section. Okay, so Any other thing you want to hear, still get to the end and watch the video to benefit you, whether or not you are investing. You need to understand what exactly is happening in Lagos, the new Lagos. To some people, Alaro City is far from town, but to others, this is the future of modern living. And in the next 5 years, trust me, you'll be so glad that you invested in Alaro City now, because here it is stable. Whether or not it's sold in Naira or it's sold in USD, this is where your investment should come into, because this is where you get the worth for your money. The road, everything here is built on world class and also done by Rendezvous, a real estate development company that is known for building planned cities in Africa. So everything you see in this video is some group of people from different parts of the world coming together and coming to Lagos State to invest, to give you the best. And it's a joint venture between Lagos State government and Rendezvous. So that smells original. No hanky-panky, no flooding, no disappointment. The apartments are sold on 24 months payment plan. Most of the times it is delivered before 24 months. If you reduce your payment plan, you get huge discount. So this is me just touching different points of this Alaro City. Please remember to watch my video at the end so that you can get more of what happens in Alaro. And for the 2-bedroom apartments and the land prices, please check the description for the prices. Or you give me a call. Let's have this conversation. Again, there is no such thing as this in Lagos. It can only be in Alaro. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.